At this past month's Board of Directors meeting, the board all agreed it is time to address an issue that we have been talking about for quite some time. As many of you are aware, the attendance at our Friday night chapter meetings has been, well, it's been somewhat lacking. EAA has conducted surveys on the best time to hold meetings, and we've been proving their survey results correct. As you can see in this pie chart, Fridays are pretty much the worst possible time to hold a meeting. That said, the board has approved 3 changes to our bylaws which will be put to a vote by you, the chapter membership, at the next chapter meeting on October 12th. To ensure everyone has a chance to think through what this vote means, I want to go over each of these changes and give some explanations behind them. The membership meeting. The new wording, if approved, will read as follows. Meetings of the members may be held at such time and place as the President may determine, or as may be called by a majority of the Board of Directors. Notice of meetings of the members, stating the time, place, and in general terms the purpose of the meeting, shall be given to members no later than 24 hours before the meeting. This new wording was taken from the bylaw template produced by EAA. The new wording allows for us as a chapter to adapt going forward without the constant need to update the bylaws. I've definitely heard the feedback that the meeting days should be consistent and should be held at least monthly, and I plan on doing just that. When we do finally find and elect a new president, he or she can evaluate what makes sense at that time. So what does this mean to when our meetings will be held? That I'd like to hear from you. Until then, assuming the bylaw change passes, my plan is to hold our monthly meeting immediately following the pancake breakfast, but before our guest speaker each month. Thus, from 8 until 10, we'll eat and socialize. From 10 till 10:30, we'll hold the monthly meeting, and at 10:30, we'll start our guest speaker's presentation. The typical meeting agenda will be reports from each of the chapter's committees, along with any announcements or voting. An agenda will be published prior to the meeting each month so that you'll know what to expect. I'm open to alternate solutions, but I need you to let those solutions be known to me or any of our board members. The Board of Directors meeting. The next change is a direct result of changing the wording for the membership meeting. Thus, when it comes time to vote, both this change and the previous one will be a single votable item. The new wording, if approved, will read as follows. Regular meetings of the Board of Directors shall be called at any time and place to be determined by the President. Proxy voting shall not be permitted at regular meetings of the Board. The reason for this change should be fairly obvious. If the membership meeting date is undefined, then the Board of Directors cannot be defined based on the timing of the membership meeting. I or any board member would love to hear any feedback you may have. The Board of Trustees change. The third and final change is a result of a certain Board of Trustees member who desires to serve longer than their one term on that committee. Our bylaws actually prohibit him from serving multiple consecutive terms. Interestingly, the bylaws only place this restriction on members of the Board of Trustees. Since there is no other mention of restrictions to any other elected position, the Board of Directors feels this restriction is not needed here. Hopefully we'll have a large turnout at the monthly meeting on October 12th, so everyone has a chance to weigh in on these changes. I look forward to seeing you there.